What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Life with Estes. In today's video we're going to be replacing the seat covers on this C6 Corvette. Alright, so I recommend popping the hood of popping the trunk. That way, in case you get yourself locked out of the car, you can open the door latches from within. In order to remove the old seats, you're going to need a 15mm socket. You're going to have to remove these two push pins here and here in order to access the front bolts. So these little covers come off, which exposes the front bolts. Then you'll need to move the seat forward, so don't have your battery disconnected just yet. You'll need to move the seat forward in order to access the back bolts. Repeat this process on the driver's seat to remove that seat as well. Then you want to disconnect your battery just to make sure you don't set off your airbags, because there is a connector underneath the seat that you'll be removing. So once you've removed those 4 bolts on the seats, go ahead and use a 10mm socket to disconnect your batteries. Once the battery is disconnected, wait probably 30 seconds to a minute before you disconnect the connections underneath the seat. Okay, so once you have the battery disconnected, you'll lift the seat up, and there's 2 connectors down here that you'll have to disconnect. So there's the main connector there, and then this yellow one is the airbag connector. All right, once both of those are disconnected, the next thing you'll have to do is disconnect the seat belt in order to remove the seat out of the car. Alright, so once you've disconnected those electrical connections, you got to remove this seat belt, which is also a 15mm nut. And then there's the passenger side has this connector on the seat belt right here, so you'll need to remove that. After that, the seat can come out of the car. Alright, so as you can see on this side, it's worn out, so we're going to be replacing the foam as well as the seat cover. Also got foam for the seat because this is starting to wear out on the left side there. I expect it's from the previous owner getting in and out of the car, putting their elbow right there on that side as they're getting out. These cars are low, and sometimes you need help getting out of the car. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to remove it. But first, my daughter wanted to say hello.
Hello, hi.
Alright. So you start off by unzipping the back here. Next, you'll have to remove these staples out of this leather, and then these pins here. All right, so next there's two hooks on the back, one in the top of this centerpiece and one in the middle. So you'll have to push this up in order to get it to unhook. These little loops here are connected in here. You'll have to remove the clips that hold this piece on to the bottom of the seat, and then you'll have to disconnect the seat heaters, which is this green connection here and the black connection right here. So remove those, and then you'll have to unvelcro this in the back and remove some more of these rings in order to remove the seat heater, which is connected to that centerpiece. All right, so next you'll need to remove all of these pins from around the seat, the back of the seat, to include these ones down here in the corners up there. Okay, in order to remove these pieces off of the side of the seat, there's a retaining clip up here in this little hole that you have to get off of the spline that it's connected to. This is what that clip looks like, and it's around that little spline right there. You have to pop that off in order to get this handle off. After you get that, there's a screw in here. Then you have to pop this off. You just pull it off. I pry it off with a flathead screwdriver, and then there's 3 screws underneath this plate. This plate will come off with that screw and this off. Okay, so I have already put on the new seat foam and the cover on the bottom. As you could see, this old seat foam was already torn up pretty bad. Same with the back of the seat. So I ordered new foam from Amazon, and it looks pretty good, so should fix the problem. The seat should look really nice when we're done. I went ahead and got the real leather with red stitching. All right, so the other thing is another issue that I have had with the Corvette is the seat heaters were no longer working. So while I had the seat covers off anyways, I went ahead and purchased a universal seat heater. And the reason why I went with a universal one is because they no longer make the parts for the Corvette seat heaters. I called the Corvette and they're discontinued. Now, while I could purchase some used parts off eBay, my concern there is, 6 months down the road, they just stop working again. So I purchased a universal seat heater kit off of Amazon. The wiring harness for each seat looks similar to this. I will do a separate video where I show you how I connect it. However, I wanted to show you this before I put the seat, install the seat back in here. I pulled this carpet off the side out from underneath the center console, pulled it away, ran this wire underneath the carpet so that I can hook up the seat. And then, like I said, I'll do a separate video where I show you how to pull that up, and I'll show you how I hook up the seat heaters. All right, the other thing I want to talk about is a common issue with the Corvettes is the airbag light that continues to stay on, which the code comes up with a pretensioner on the driver's side, and it's this connection right here, which is underneath the seat. And what happens is, as the seat's so low to the ground, as it's moving back and forth, because every time you get in and out of the car goes to the preset seat settings and moves forward and back, and this connection rubs against the carpet and over time comes loose, which causes that airbag light to come on. I had already fixed it, which on this one, and what I did was clean the connectors, and then once I put it once I connected the seat, I used some electrical, yellow electrical tape in order to tape this electrical connection really tightly so that it doesn't come loose, and then I clipped it up underneath the seat to try to prevent it from rubbing on the carpet. All right, so this is what the seats look like now that they're installed. Very happy with how they turned out. They're still a little bit wrinkled. I'm hoping, like with the heat, as you can see over there on the passenger one especially, a little wrinkled in certain spots from being vacuum sealed in the packaging that they came in, but still way better than they were, especially this driver's foam that I put on this seat. Much better. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, and have a good rest of your day.